This is K2 News, the spirit of the Northwest.
Takes you behind the scenes with game wardens as they nab hunters going against the rules.
A special team to report, and K2's Grant McComey discovers what really goes on after hunting hours end and when the illegal hunters come out. Grant.
Wildlife enforcement officers say nighttime is the most vulnerable time for deer and elk. It's a time when the animals can be easier to spot and easier to shoot. In a Team 2 report that you'll see only on 2, game officers rely on a very effective tool that catches the outdoor outlaws in the act. It's the middle of the night, and the game cops are working in the woods. They're after the outdoor outlaws who shoot in the dark when it's illegal to hunt deer. To catch them in the act, officers plant a pair of deer decoys, one fitted with antlers, a short distance off a well-traveled road.
What we're doing is trying to catch people who come in here in the dark and cast a light. When the light hits that decoy, they think it's the real thing. Perhaps they'll take a shot, and they'll break the law.
We've shown you how vulnerable deer are in the dark, especially when you shine a spotlight on them. The light is a tool that biologists like Gary Hostick use to count deer each spring.
It confuses them, I guess, or dazzles them with the light, and so they freeze, and that makes it even better because then we can get a good look and see whether they're a buck, doe, or a fawn, or an adult or fawn, and get a good look at them this time of the year.
Not only easy to count, but Officer Lon Holbrook says easy targets for illegal hunters who steal the resource.
They seize an opportunity when the deer are easily observed, and they'll freeze in the headlights, and they shoot that same deer that somebody could have harvested legally later on.
Tom, we got one coming. All right, we're sat down here.
We watch several vehicles slow down, take a look, and then move on. Officer Tom Drynan says it's just a matter of time.
We have complaints by people that are coming up here hunting that they hear shots well before daylight, and you know that it has to be people shooting them in their headlights or in the spotlight.
This vehicle stops, then backs away. After a moment, he moves forward again. Then,
Driver just shot. Come on down. He's taking off up the road.
The shooter doesn't get far. As Officer Holbrook writes the citation, the hunter tells me he's an 11-year veteran hunter education instructor and that he should have known better. He just got greedy.
As soon as I came around the corner, I see him standing there, and I was trying to debate on if it was a buck or not, and I pulled up a little bit, and I noticed it was a buck, and so here I am. That's the end of my hunt.
Officer Ed Cachado was surprised because the hunter looked at the decoy for such a long time.
Then he drove closer. Yeah, I thought, yeah, he's already made it, you know. And I thought, amazing.
Even more amazing, glance to the hunter's vehicle. He's not alone. Inside sit his young son and nephew who had hoped for a day of deer hunting.
How are you going to explain this to them? What are you going to tell them?
Don't follow my lead, follow the laws, you know. I set a bad example. That's the first thing I explained to them. I mean, I feel bad, I really do, and totally the wrong thing to do. So hopefully they'll learn.
Okay, you're going to be cited for hunting prohibited method, and it'll be the Astoria court.
Perhaps they will learn that illegal hunting robs a resource, steals opportunity from legal hunters, and that breaking the law has consequences.
It's my own fault. Got myself in trouble.
While penalties vary from county to county, as a rule, spotlighting is usually treated as a Class A misdemeanor that carries a $5,000 fine, up to a year in jail, and the loss of hunting privileges for a year. In the meantime, hunting seasons continue. The game cops will be watching, and we will continue to report. We're just glad you're on top of it, Grant, for everybody. Thank you, sir.